Good evening, my sisters. I came here tonight with a word that will not only shift your mindset, but reposition your life. Somebody shout, I'm ready. Because tonight we're not just talking about relationships. We're talking about your value, your purpose, and the kind of love God has destined for you to receive. So let's break this down into 6 key secrets to attracting the kind of man who not only sees your worth, but honors it. Before you can expect someone else to see and honor your worth, you must first recognize it within yourself. The foundation of every healthy relationship begins with self-awareness and self-acceptance. Too often, people search for validation in the eyes of others, hoping someone will affirm what they secretly doubt about themselves. But let me tell you, no one can define your value if you don't already know it. That validation has to come from within. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, crafted by the hands of God, with intentionality and purpose. Until you grasp that truth, you may find yourself settling for less than you deserve, or accepting treatment that doesn't align with the value God has placed within you. When you know who you are, you stand confidently in your identity, not swayed by the opinions, approval, or rejection of others. This confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It's a quiet, unshakable assurance that your worth is not up for negotiation. It's rooted in the understanding that your value doesn't come from external factors like your appearance, your accomplishments, or even your relationship status. It comes from the one who created you. You are enough, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Many people enter relationships hoping that another person will fill the voids in their lives. They believe that love from someone else will heal their insecurities or make them feel whole. But hear me clearly, no human being can complete you. That's too heavy a burden to place on anyone. If you don't feel whole as an individual, no relationship will ever make you feel complete. You'll constantly look to your partner for something they were never designed to provide. That's why it's so important to do the inner work. Healing from past wounds, overcoming insecurities, and discovering your purpose before you invite someone else into your life. Knowing who you are also helps you set boundaries. When you're confident in your identity, you won't allow anyone to treat you in a way that diminishes your value. You won't tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or inconsistency because you know you deserve better. Boundaries aren't about keeping people out. They're about protecting the sacredness of your heart and ensuring that only those who respect you have access to your inner world. A quality man will recognize and appreciate a woman who values herself enough to have standards. Understanding your worth also means you don't settle for surface-level connections. You're not impressed by empty words or shallow gestures because you're looking for something deeper, someone who aligns with your values, respects your journey, and supports your dreams. When you know who you are, you attract people who resonate with your authenticity rather than those who are drawn to it. So before you look outward for love, take the time to look inward. Embrace the woman God created you to be. Celebrate your strengths, acknowledge your flaws, and commit to your growth. When you truly know who you are, you create space for a relationship that complements your wholeness rather than one that tries to complete your incompleteness. Before entering a relationship, it's crucial to take the time to build yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and even financially. Too often people rush into relationships expecting someone else to help them feel secure or solve their problems. But the truth is, a strong relationship is built on the foundation of 2 whole individuals who come together, not out of desperation, but out of purpose. If you are waiting for a relationship to bring you happiness, fulfillment, or stability, you may find yourself disappointed. The work of becoming your best self starts long before someone else steps into the picture. Investing in yourself means taking the time to understand who you are, what you want, and what you bring to the table. It's about identifying your passions, nurturing your talents, and pursuing your goals with intentionality. When you're actively building yourself, you're not just preparing for a relationship, you're preparing for the life you're meant to live. You begin to recognize that your worth is not tied to whether or not you're in a relationship, but rather to the unique gifts and purpose God has placed within you. Part of building yourself is addressing the areas in your life that need healing. Many people carry unresolved baggage into their relationships, wounds from their past, insecurities, or unaddressed fears, and expect their partner to fix them. But healing is your responsibility. It requires honesty with yourself, forgiveness where necessary, and a commitment to growth. When you take the time to do this inner work, you create a healthier foundation for any future relationship. You'll approach love from a place of wholeness, not brokenness, and you won't expect your partner to fill voids they were never meant to fill. Financial stability is another aspect of building yourself that often gets overlooked. While money isn't everything, it plays a significant role in reducing stress and allowing you to focus on your personal growth and future goals. When you take the time to manage your finances wisely, you not only create a secure environment for yourself, but you also bring a sense of stability into any future relationship. A quality partner will respect and appreciate your responsibility and independence. Building yourself also means cultivating emotional intelligence. Learn how to communicate effectively, handle conflicts with grace, and express your feelings in a healthy way. Emotional intelligence is one of the most attractive qualities you can bring into a relationship. It shows that you've done the work to understand yourself and that you're capable of navigating the complexity. Finally, when you focus on building yourself, you position yourself to attract the right kind of partner. A quality man will be drawn to your confidence, your ambition, and your sense of purpose. He will see you as a teammate, not a project, and he'll respect the journey you've been on to become the woman you are. So before you look for someone to build a life with, take the time to build the best version of yourself. When you do, you won't just find a relationship, you'll find a partnership that aligns with your destiny. Guarding your heart and setting your standards are not acts of selfishness, they are acts of self-respect. Your heart is one of the most sacred parts of who you are. It holds your dreams, your emotions, and your capacity to love. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This means your heart is not just any part of you, it is the source of your decisions, your actions, and your relationships. When you guard it, you are protecting your peace, your purpose, and your ability to love in a way that honors both God and yourself. Guarding your heart doesn't mean building walls so high that no one can reach you. It doesn't mean shutting people out or living in fear of being hurt. Instead, it means being intentional about who and what you allow into your life. You are the gatekeeper of your heart, and it's up to you to ensure that only those who respect, value, and align with your purpose have access. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your life. Some people are only meant to be spectators from a distance, and that's okay. Part of guarding your heart is setting standards that reflect your worth. Standards are not about being picky or unreasonable. They are about recognizing your value and refusing to settle for anything less than what aligns with it. When you have clear standards, you communicate to others how you expect to be treated. You establish what is acceptable and what is not, and you hold yourself accountable to those boundaries. However, setting standards isn't just about saying, this is what I want. It's also about living in alignment with those standards yourself. If you desire honesty, integrity, and kindness in a partner, you must embody those qualities as well. Standards are not just demands you place on others. They are values you uphold in your own life. When you live out your standards, you attract people who share your values and respect your boundaries. Guarding your heart also means being patient and discerning. Not everyone who shows interest in you deserves your trust or your time. Some people may come into your life with good intentions but lack the maturity or capacity to be the partner you need. Others may be drawn to your beauty, your kindness, or your success, but lack the ability to honor your heart. This is why discernment is key. Take the time to observe actions, not just words. Words can be deceiving, but consistent actions reveal character. When you set boundaries, you may face criticism from people who don't understand or respect them. But remember, boundaries are not for them. They are for you. They are there to protect your emotional and spiritual well-being and to create space for the right kind of love to flourish. A quality man will not be intimidated by your boundaries. He will honor them because he recognizes that they come from a place of self-respect and wisdom. By guarding your heart and setting your standards, you are creating a foundation for a relationship built on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. You are ensuring that when you open your heart to someone, it's someone who will cherish it, nurture it, and walk alongside you in purpose. Protect your heart, not because it's fragile, but because it's valuable. And when you honor its worth, the right person will too. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of potential when evaluating a relationship. Potential is attractive because it speaks to what could be, what someone might achieve, who they might become, or the kind of relationship you could have if everything works out perfectly. But the danger with potential is that it's not guaranteed. It's rooted in hope, not reality. And if you're not careful, you can spend years waiting for someone to grow into what you thought they could be, only to realize that they were never committed to reaching that potential in the first place. Purpose, on the other hand, is different. Purpose is about alignment. It's about being connected to someone who is already walking in the direction they were called to go. A man who is walking in his purpose has clarity about who he is, where he's going, and what he's building. He's not waiting for someone to push him, motivate him, or fix him. He's already working on becoming the best version of himself because he understands his God-given assignment. When you look for purpose, you're looking for someone whose actions align with their words, whose life bears fruit, and whose values reflect the kind of partnership you want to build. Settling for potential often leads to frustration because it places the burden of growth on you. You may find yourself trying to fix or help someone who isn't ready to take responsibility for their own development. Relationships built on potential can feel one-sided, with one person constantly giving while the other takes. But love is not about seeing someone as a project. It's about seeing someone as a partner. A partner is someone who is already moving in the direction of their destiny and is looking for someone to share the journey, not someone to carry them along the way. When you look for purpose, you also position yourself to find someone who complements your journey. Purpose is about more than just compatibility. It's about alignment. Ask yourself, does this person's life direction align with mine? Are their values, goals, and vision for the future in harmony with the life I'm building? A man with purpose doesn't just have dreams, he has a plan. He is intentional about his choices, his relationships, and his growth. Being with someone like this means you're not just building a relationship, you're building a legacy. Purpose also reveals character. A man who is committed to his purpose has likely faced challenges, made sacrifices, and developed resilience along the way. These qualities are critical for a healthy relationship because they show that he knows how to handle life's ups and downs. Potential may seem promising, but it doesn't guarantee maturity, stability, or the ability to persevere through difficulties. Don't let the illusion of what someone could be keep you from experiencing the reality of what you deserve. Look for someone who is already walking in their calling, who is committed to growth, and who sees your partnership as a way to enhance both of your lives. Purpose over potential ensures that your relationship is not just a hope for the future, but a solid foundation for the present. When you prioritize purpose, you attract a relationship that aligns with your destiny, honors your value, and supports your journey. Letting God be the matchmaker is about surrendering control and trusting that his plan for your life, including your relationships, is far better than anything you could orchestrate on your own. As human beings, we often think we know what's best for ourselves. We make lists, set timelines, and create expectations, hoping to mold our lives into what we think they should look like. But the truth is, God's perspective is infinitely greater than ours. He sees the end from the beginning, knows your heart better than you do, and understands the type of person who will truly complement your purpose. When you let God take the lead, it requires patience, trust, and faith. It means acknowledging that your desires and plans may not align with his timing or his will, and that's okay. God is not withholding love from you. He is preparing you for the right kind of love. Sometimes we rush into relationships out of loneliness or impatience, only to find ourselves heartbroken because we didn't wait for God's best. But when you allow God to guide your steps, he aligns your path with someone who not only fits your life, but fits your destiny. Trusting God as your matchmaker also means being open to his guidance, even when it challenges your preferences. We often have a checklist of what we want in a partner, focusing on surface-level qualities like looks, career, or status. But God sees beyond the exterior. He knows the character, values, and spiritual alignment that truly matter in a lasting relationship. He may lead you to someone who doesn't fit your checklist, but exceeds your expectations in ways you couldn't imagine. That's because God's matchmaking isn't about fulfilling your wants. It's about meeting your needs and aligning your relationship with His purpose for your life. Letting God be the matchmaker also involves active faith. It's not about sitting back and doing nothing while you wait for the perfect person to show up. Instead, it's about working on yourself, deepening your relationship with God, and preparing for the partnership He has for you. Use this season of waiting to grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Trust that as you focus on becoming the person God has called you to be, He is working behind the scenes to bring the right person into your life at the right time. Another aspect of letting God lead is discerning His voice over your own emotions. Not every person who enters your life is meant to stay, and not every relationship is from Him. Pray for wisdom and clarity, and be willing to walk away from something that feels good in the moment but doesn't align with His plan. God's blessings come with peace, not confusion. When it's His will, you won't have to force it or manipulate it into existence. Ultimately, letting God be the matchmaker is an act of faith and surrender. It's trusting that He knows what's best for you and will provide the partner who complements your purpose, strengthens your faith, and walks alongside you in alignment with His plan. When you let God write your love story, it will be more beautiful, fulfilling, and purposeful than anything you could have created on your own. Trust Him, and in His time, He will bring His best into your life. Attracting with substance, not just style, means understanding that true beauty is more than skin deep. While outward appearance may catch someone's attention, it is your character, values, and inner qualities that will keep their interest and foster a meaningful connection. The world often emphasizes physical attraction, urging people to focus on looking good rather than being good. But relationships built solely on style, on looks, fashion, or charm are often shallow and fleeting. Substance, on the other hand, creates depth, stability, and a lasting bond that can endure the tests of time. Style may dazzle in the moment, but it is substance that sustains a relationship. A quality man, one who is mature, emotionally intelligent, and purpose-driven, looks beyond the surface. He is not just interested in how you dress, how well you wear your makeup, or how flawless your Instagram feed looks. He is drawn to the things that truly define who you are: your values, your integrity, your kindness, and your strength. These qualities reflect the real you, the you that endures long after the physical fades. Building substance starts with cultivating the inner parts of yourself. It's about investing in your character, nurturing your spirit, and living with purpose. Are you compassionate? Are you confident in who you are? Are you pursuing your goals and passions? These are the things that create a magnetic presence. When you know your worth, when you are grounded in your purpose, and when you carry yourself with confidence, you radiate a kind of beauty that no outfit or hairstyle could ever match. Substance also requires authenticity. It means being honest about who you are and not pretending to be someone you're not just to gain someone's approval. People are drawn to authenticity because it's rare and refreshing. A quality man doesn't want perfection, he wants realness. When you embrace your true self, flaws and all, you create space for genuine connection. Pretending to be something you're not may impress someone temporarily, but it's exhausting to maintain and ultimately unsustainable. Additionally, substance involves emotional intelligence. How do you handle challenges? How do you communicate your feelings? How do you treat others, especially when no one is watching? These qualities reveal the depth of your character. A woman who is emotionally strong and self-awareness brings stability and maturity into a relationship. She knows how to resolve conflicts with grace, support a partner without losing herself, and navigate the complexities of love with wisdom. Substance is also about having a vision for your life. It's about knowing where you're going and what you're building so you can attract someone who aligns with your journey. When you are intentional about your purpose, you naturally draw people who respect and support your path. A quality man will be inspired by your drive and your dedication to becoming the best version of yourself. Ultimately, style will fade, but substance only grows richer over time. By focusing on who you are at your core, you ensure that the love you attract is rooted in something real and lasting. Substance isn't just about attracting the right partner, it's about becoming the right partner. When you lead with depth, purpose, and authenticity, you don't just attract attention, you attract respect, admiration, and a love that stands the test of time.